What's going on, everybody? It's your boy BigDonSkillz bringing you another video. We are part 3 on the series of rating the Generation 1 sprites. We've done a little bit of a rework now, so you can clearly see on the left side is the Pokemon green sprite, aka the original Japanese version, and on the right is the Pokemon red and blue version. We don't include yellow because it's miles ahead of both of these. So we're gonna compare these, we're gonna move forward. If you like the video, you know what to do. Go ahead and drop that like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's get right into it. All right, first up on the list, we are at Clefairy right now. Clefairy, the Mount Moon Classic. I think the red and blue version looks a lot better just off the top. The ears a little bit better. It's a lot more animated. It's kind of wide and jumping at you. The green version, it looks a little incomplete. So I'm gonna say Pokemon red and blue for this one. Clefable. Now this is a different story right here. This green version, I actually like it a little bit more. It's staring at the screen. It's kind of waving at you. It looks a little bit more in control. I think the red and blue version looks slightly deformed a little bit, but I think these both look pretty good overall. I'm gonna have to go with the green version. I'm saying Pokemon green. Wow, I didn't realize Vulpix looked this bad. That's how Vulpix looked? These are both pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's no winner in this one. These are both pretty bad. Maybe red and blue, but overall, draw. 2 negatives. 2 negatives don't equal a positive, all right? It's not multiplication out here. I don't even have to debate this one. Red and blue wins. Ninetales doesn't look very good either. It looks better than Vulpix, but I don't know what green was going for. It's like, it's in pain. It's like, ah. The Ninetales looks like it's in pain. Like it's been going through some stuff and it's singing its heart out. It looks pretty bad. So red and blue wins. Jigglypuff is one of those Pokemon I actually remember seeing it in game versus when I watched the anime, and I was like, something feels off about it. I think these both look pretty bad. As you can tell, this is pretty much the same exact sprite, and they just put the arms out and then the legs are slightly repositioned. These aren't good. Red and blue wins only because Jigglypuff's more animated, but I'd say this is an L as well. Jeez Louise, look at Wigglytuff, man. These are rough today. See, we had some really good ones in the beginning, but now that we're starting to get more and more deep into the catalog, the Pokemon that we didn't really see in the anime, Wigglytuff. That green version with they were trying to orientate his head a little bit, you could tell, but it just got the Uncle Ruckus eyes, man. Pokemon red and blue wins this one. Zubat. Red and blue wins. There's not much talk in there. That one on the left, it looks like a beginner did it or something. Like they didn't know what they were doing. This is the most negative video I've done in this series so far. These are not good. Red and blue wins. I think that's a classic Zubat design. Never had a problem with the way Zubat looked in this game. Maybe the most annoying Pokemon of all time though. Just saying. I love the original Golbat design. I talked about it in my initial video that I did about this series. There was something crazy about that giant tongue that stuck out from Golbat. It just looks scary. It looks menacing. It almost reminds me of monsters from the Dragon Quest Dragon Warrior series. So the green version, it looks fine, but when you notice the tongue isn't there, like it's not the same without the tongue. You know what I'm saying? Red and blue wins. This is a classic in the sense of just how ridiculous it looked. So Oddish is actually low-key one of my favorite lines. I really like playing with Oddish in my Pokemon playthroughs. I don't know why, I just do. The weeds look a little bit funnier on the green version. They tried to add more detail to it, but it still kind of loses detail at the same time. I will give this one a draw because the all black Oddish was just an odd design at the time, and as more colors became available, you saw Oddish's redesign get better. So I'm gonna give this one a draw. Gloom. Yo, have you ever seen the meme of that kid where he's like his face is all, I'm gonna put it up on the screen, but there's a meme of this kid where he's just like, that's exactly what Gloom looks like. I used to always laugh at this when I was a kid. These both look pretty funny though. They're like good bad. I think good bad is the best way to explain these two. I like that green version too, because he's just kind of like tired. Like, you know, the red and blue version is like when he's partying, having fun, and then at the end of the night he's like super tired and he's like barely stumbling to get back to his door. I'm gonna give this one a draw. I like these two. All right, and now we have Vileplume. I never realized how odd its dimensions looked on these games. That it just looks like it's tilted on its head. The proportions are really off. These both look, they're pretty much the same too. Not good sprites. Like I said, Oddish design gets better as, you know, you add more color, but the limited colors on the Game Boy did not do this Pokemon any sort of justice. I'm gonna give this one a draw. I think the Oddish line gets an overall draw in my opinion. All right, now we're at Paris. I forgot how ugly the original Paris design looked. It's like one of my least favorite Pokemon. It's just such a not good Pokemon. Green version wins. It looks a lot more bug-like. It looks more crab-like on the Pokemon Red and Blue version, but I like the green's design better. You can see more character. I like the pose a little bit better. It's a lot more detail. You can see both mushrooms. I'm gonna give it to green version for this one. Parasect though, ooh. Now, dang, these both are pretty good. Now, I remember I had a challenge at work one time and me and a coworker tried to write down all 150 Pokemon from memory. Parasect was the one that I did not guess. I forgot. We could not get all of them. We got 150 out of 151. It was Parasect that we couldn't get for the life of us. The green one may be slightly better. I like the menacing eyes from underneath the shadow of the hood, but then I also like the angle of the red and blue version better. This is a draw. These are pretty good sprites. I think they did a good job with Parasect. Dang, Venonat. My goodness, I forget about Venonat. These are both look pretty much the same. I'm gonna give this to red and blue. They did a good job with the Venonat design. It's not a very popular Pokemon, but once again, I give more prop to the more animated Pokemon. It kind of showed a little bit of the personality of like what they're trying to do. I'm gonna give this to red and blue. All right, Venomoth. These look pretty much the same, but something's off about the green where I think the little hands, I don't know what they're called on a moth, but his little hands, there's a loss of detail a little bit in some of the green version. I'm gonna give this to red and blue, but slightly. They're pretty much the same. All right, y'all, and that's the conclusion of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. These are some good Pokemon. It's the most negative one I've had yet, but if you like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also know that I stream and I play games on different platforms, currently playing through Pokemon Yellow Legacy, as well as Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So once again, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with your boy. It's been real. See you on the flip side. Deuces.